Hello and welcome to episode 31 of Crucible Bootcamp. I'm your host KeenKoala, and today we're going to be talking about a little bit about Supremacy. Iron Banner is right around the corner, so I wanted to talk a little bit about Supremacy. I know I don't really talk about sixes at all, so today's kind of a treat for those of you interested, and I'm trying to get you guys prepared for some being successful in Iron Banner, which is going to be Supremacy this month. So I have an Unbroken game of myself playing with some friends in Supremacy on Floating Gardens, which is one of the new maps. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Take a Guardian's crest and you take their honor.
Supremacy is an interesting game type. So basically the premise of Supremacy is that you don't get any points for killing anyone. They drop a crest and you gotta go pick it up. So because you have to pick up the crest and it drops where they die, because you have to pick it up in order to score points, the game mode encourages two things. The first thing it encourages is movement, and the second thing it encourages is close quarters combat. So you have to move close to the crest to get your points, and you have to, because you're moving into the crest, you're also moving into the enemy team. So in order to be successful in Supremacy, you really have to focus on, as a team, rotating around the map. Unlike other Iron Banners, where in Control you would control 2 points and then just deal with people pushing into B or trying to flank around A, or flank around C, depending on which side you were. Or Clash, where you could basically do the same thing and stop at that midpoint and just let people pull into you once you had a stronger position on the map. Supremacy forces your fire team to rotate around the entire map because you're constantly going to have to be moving in towards players to pick up these crests. So what that means as a player is that if you're going to try to snipe, you have to realize that most of the time you're not going to be top of the leaderboard. You're not going to be picking up these crests. You're only going to get 1 point for someone else picking up a crest after you snipe someone, and they're going to get the other point. On the off chance that you do pick up your own crest, you get 2 points. So right off the bat, we can kind of figure out that snipers aren't going to be super high on the point the leaderboard. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have snipers, but that does mean that snipers shouldn't expect to get top score. I'm using a pulse sidearm loadout. So this is kind of my new loadout that I've been using lately. I'm going to switch to it basically full time. I have a grasp and a conviction. So I'm going to push into players and skate backwards. So you're never going to see me really commit to these crests until I know it's safe. So that's the first point I want to make, is that you shouldn't be committing to crests until you can guarantee you pick them up. It's okay if you get a kill and the enemy team denies you the crest, as long as you're not dying. This score is still going to remain neutral. It's just going to be 0-0. And sometimes maybe your warrior friend with a shotgun or your warrior friend with a last word or someone that's just really wants to get those points will pick them up for you. But to be successful in Supremacy, you have to know when to pick up a crest and know when not to. And sometimes it's okay to bait a crest out so you pull someone else into you so you can secure multiple crests. Say you have 2 crests down in front of you. If you have 2 crests down in front of you, then an enemy player could come and pick one up and you could kill him before he gets the second one. So you're still going to go up 4 points as opposed to him denying you 2 crests. So using crests as a strategic little objective area can really help you out with being a top scorer in Supremacy. So you're going to see me, with this kind of loadout, it's predicated on me constantly being in medium to close medium range. I don't really want to be any closer to that because I'm going to get shotgunned. So you're going to see me basically protect angles from my teammates that they aren't looking at. And then slowly rotate around to support. So again, I see that there's no one on radar, so those are free crests. So I'm just going to go and pick them up. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm unsafe. During sixes, it's really important to keep in mind where you're going to get attacked from. If you have cover right in front of you and someone's right in front of you, but someone's pushing out behind you, just take care of the guy that's pushing out of cover behind you. Sixes are all about controlling the chaos. And there's a lot of chaos in sixes. So it's really important you're going to have to play a lot slower than you're used to in order to be successful at Supremacy. You're going to see me just sit around and not really do much, just cover angles. You see I tag someone, but there's 2 people inside. Wait for my teammates to push in themselves, and then I'm going to push in behind them. Again, right there, I'm just trying to create negative space. Not really trying to move backwards a little bit. If that guy had a shotgun and was a little bit faster, he would have got me there, but got a little lucky. Sometimes it takes a little luck to go do things like get Unbroken or get some of the little peers. So again, here I'm just covering different angles for my teammates. Trying my best not to push into him. Again, I don't think that crest is safe, so I'm letting my teammates push forward. Basically using my teammates as meat shields. I couldn't get that crest initially, but again, I'm just burning my super. I'm just going to use all my abilities as often as possible. I don't want to wait around. So now, so you can see, I'm kind of staying in the center of the map. So one strategy that you can use for Supremacy is you stay around the B area in the center of the map, and you just slowly rotate back and forth to either spawn. So that's what I've been doing pretty much this whole game. Trying my best not to push all the way out. So my priority here is getting the crest. I don't want to reload immediately. I want to get my points, so that way I don't give the enemy an opportunity to take the crest away. So again, I'm just waiting. I'm basically looking where my teammates are, seeing where I can push safely. Most importantly, I need to push safely. So I see my teammate's going to pick up the crest, so I don't really need to move. Again, I'm slowly working to support my teammates. Even though he pushes in too far, I'm there to clean up.
No one shares the glory on that one.
Again, checking for targets. No one's spawning on that side, so I'm going to push to the other side where I think they're going to spawn, and lo and behold, someone spawns right in front of me. Get a kill that way. Someone else is in front of me. Probably going to go to try to super them here. Again, trying to secure these points. Not trying to do anything fancy.
This battle was one-sided.
Not trying to aggressively push into anyone. Again, this is my third super.
Never saw it coming. Their dignity is yours.
So there wasn't anything really fancy about what I did there. All I did was I stayed in the center lane, I moved back and forth through the center of the map to either spawn, and used my teammates really as shields. And you can do that in sixes. A lot of your teammates are going to play incredibly aggressively. You can use them as shields, so you can basically back them up the entire time. So I mean, sixes are very basic. There isn't a ton that you really need to know about sixes in order to be successful, other than in Supremacy, you have to keep in mind that the spawns will always flip. There's nothing you can do about not flipping the spawns, because you have to move forward in order to pick up your points. Which means that if you aren't moving on the map, if you aren't staying in that middle B area, people are always going to be spawning right on top of you if you're not moving around the map fast enough. You can't stay in your spawn in Supremacy and be successful. You have to be willing to rotate around with your team, and to be successful as a fire team, the entire fire team needs to rotate around the entire map. Because the only way you're going to be able to secure those crests is getting in close quarters, and the only way you're going to get there is if you have your teammates at your back. This means that really, shotguns are going to be key this Iron Banner. Most Iron Banners you can get away with sniping. This is one that you really aren't going to be able to if you want top score. I know the bounties have changed significantly, so you're not going to need to be top score. But if you do want to be, do your best in this mode, you're better off using a close quarters combat loadout. And if you do end up supporting, just keep in mind that you don't want to pick up those crests unless they're secure, unless they're safe. If people are around, you should be killing the people around the crests or using them as bait. I'm going to just pull up Floating Gardens for you guys. And this is a short, really, really short episode today. My fiance's leaving for Vegas, so she wants to spend some time with me. That's why this isn't any big critique. It's just basically, hey, look what I can do, and then give you guys a little prep for tomorrow.
Supremacy.
So, Floating Gardens Again, you're gonna spawn on either end. It's symmetrical, just like Pantheon.
The rule is simple.
So this is
If
red
each your
side.
enemy,
You can see
claim
red
their
or
crest.
orange. If you're colorblind, I don't know what color that is to you. I'm sorry. The other side is, I call it green. You can call it blue. A little blue light. But green and red. So this is one of the 50-50s. If you're ever going to play this map on elimination, or maybe you're playing skirmish and you're just starting off the bat, your opening gambit, a lot of the times you go to the 50-50. This is the first 50-50. It's straight across, so there's 3 angles you can get attacked from. There's this one here, there's this one here, there's this one out, and there's this one out here, on the other side of the statue. If you ever push out, remember, you have no cover in this area. So you need to push out to the special block here in order to be under cover. And if you're a Night Stalker, you want to push back around into the middle statue area. To have map control on this map, it's really, really important that you control this bridge, because that's going to let you see traffic paths to those 50-50s and cut off reinforcements through the back of the map. So this back lane here is the second 50-50. And this one's really difficult to snipe on because it's straight forward and there's no great cover. There's no head glitches here. So this is a straight across. So this is a very primary heavy area, and you have to move to the center block in order to get under cover. You can't get on top of it, as you can see. So really, this is a lane you want to move through to get flanks. This is not a lane you want to go to snipe. The last 50-50 is going to be here on bridge. This is really difficult, and it's best off that you never go through this unless you have a shotgun. That's because if you go under bridge, you can see it's a U. So this U under bridge, you're completely blind until you get to the other side. And at the other side, you can get baited by a shotgunner that's sitting over here in the corner. So if you do come out of that, around this corner, it's really easy for you to just get slide shotgun. You want to be careful of that on this map. If you do go up top, again, same issue. It's blind over this middle area. You can get shotgunned over the top. You can get shotgun somebody sliding around through the special area. Once you get on this side, you have to keep in mind that people could be primarying in this area. People are going to be moving through this door to kind of get back into the fight. So if you're here, you can normally get 1 or 2 kills, and then you need to move back behind it. So on either side, there's these little circle rooms here. There's little pillars here. These circular rooms. So if you do manage to get in here with gunfights, it's really easy as a shotgunner to push over this cover. Or as an enemy shotgunner to push over it as well, inside. So if you're a sniper or you have a long-range weapon, you don't want to be in the center of this area. This is mostly going to come up during 3s, but in 6s, again, you're going to rotate around the map. So it's really important that you know where all the angles are and how you're going to be attacked in these different areas, because you don't know where you're going to be on the map when you go to get into a fight as you move around. So there's this little area back around the back that you can go through. If you go in the middle, again, have a shotgun, have a fusion, have something that's going to kill in close range. If you want to set up in here, on top of these blocks, gives you nice angles down. No one really expects you to be up here. You can see straight across here. You can see into the tunnel down below. So again, this is the 50-50 from the other angle, from the other side. Again, here, you want to look here, you want to look here, you want to look all the way inside here. You don't want to push that far out from where I am. If you're going to look in there, it's only going to be from up here. And you can slide back into cover pretty easily. You just have to make sure you hug the wall. Just like that. It's really easy to get special on this map. It's pretty hard to, based on where they are, because there's one here, there's one on bridge, there's one on in the statue area, and there's one on all the way on the other side. It's really hard to get lockout of special on this map because of how big it is. And also, it's a very large map, so that means it's very easy to get flanks and rotation. So again, if you're on elimination on this map, and you don't want to go to the 50-50 here, it's very easy for you to rotate around a bridge and deal with people out in the mid area, jumping on top of the bridge. Or getting a short flank here, You're going to end up right behind all the snipers here. You have to keep in mind there is going to be sun in your eyes here, so you need to be aware of that.
Heavy ammo
But if you're at this
available.
corner, you can see someone that's up top here. If you push up here, you can see the guy that's crouching around the statue. If you're going for a long flank, you can use the very back lane of the map. So you use the back lane of this map. You can push all the way through. Again, see here there's another circle area by the Vex portal. And then you have two choices. You can shorten the flank by coming through here and sticking to your cover. Again, snipers are going to be up here. Or you can take a full long flank, going either out the tunnel down below, or all the way around through where the heavy spawns. So this is going to let you see someone on top here, again, right there. Anyone that's inside the circle stairs, that's where you're going to need to throw a grenade. Not quite, but close enough. You need to throw the grenade here. Most likely the sniper is going to be, that's in the circle stairs, is going to be standing here, hard scoped across. So landing anything on this wall, if you have a spike or a lightning grenade, or just trying to land it in here, if it's a void wall or an axiom bolt or something like that, that's where you're going to want to look. Again, if they go on the bridge, if you're a shotgunner, you can go through the U, deal with people on the other side, and come up behind them, shotgun them that way. If you're on top, just worry about people coming over the top of you. Can't get up there, so don't need to worry about that. You can't get in this corner here. So this corner is interesting because it lets you see all the way across, while also being protected from this right side. You can go on the other side as well. This lets you be protected from the left side and see the same other side angles. All you really need to worry about is getting flanked through the back lane. Okay, so for those of you that supported me on Patreon last month, thank you very much. I have quite a few new supporters this month, so I really appreciate that. If you're of the tier that gets tutoring, feel free to sign up same way you did last time. If you haven't signed up before, I'll be posting another explanation on what to do to get tutoring. I've been doing gun skill classes, and for backers, I'm going to do another backer special gun skill class. I'll go over one of the weekends. I will make a post on when that's going to be. But if you aren't a backer, then I'm doing free gun skill classes every Sunday morning, my time this month. All of them are closed up except for a few. I believe there's 3 more Xbox classes that aren't quite full yet, but all the PS4 classes every Sunday are full. So the next month when I do this again, I'll make another post. I'll let you guys know when they're going on, and you guys can sign up again. I'll be doing a short video on some of the stuff that we're going to cover, so you can do these drills on your own. I'm also working on starting a new Rumble rotation series. I'm finishing up my first video, which is going to be Burning Shrine, so it's basically how I would rotate on Burning Shrine. And how that'll work is I will show you in a private match how I move around the map for that Burning Shrine map on that rotation. And then I'll show you footage of me actually playing a Rumble on that map to show you what it actually looks like in a live game. And also be highlighting different areas to look out for on the map, giving you little tips and tricks on what you need to worry about and what you don't need to worry about, how to rotate around the map as both a sniper and a shotgunner or another close range weapon like a sidearm or a fusion. So that will be done in the next 2 weeks, and I'm gonna do every single map that you can play Rumble on in the game. So none of those giant combined arms ones like Sky Shock or Bastion, but basically any other map that you would play Rumble on, I will do a rotation for. Same format. So I'll show you in a private match what the rotation is, and then I will go into show you some actual game footage of me performing the rotation. And again, things to look out for, ways to do it is the different subclasses and different weapon types. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Really appreciate, again, I really appreciate all your guys' support. Keep an eye out for anything new coming up. There'll be more giveaways. I got through all the giveaways for last month. This month I'll be giving away another Stormcaller figurine, a hat, and 1 hour of personal tutoring. So in the middle of the month, about the 15th, I'll make another announcement. If you win, you'll get an email. If you win something physical, I'll just need your address so I can ship it out to you. If you win a tutoring, then I'll give you instructions on how to sign up. So I've been your host, KeenKoala. Class is dismissed. See you guys later.